Hi again, I'm back. I was here earlier and then I'm back again. What's up, everyone? How are you doing? So, in the morning, I had a lot of fun doing life here. Like, it was fun doing life, and I'm here again. I hope this evening is fun. Let's see who will show up, if anybody will show up. Let's see. So, I'm just gonna wait for one or two persons to join the live. Even if it's one person, I'll start. But I'm going to wait for a person or two to join. Let's talk. Hi. Hi, Alberto. Thank you so much for joining. Please, if you're just joining, please drop a comment. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your kind words. I'm very grateful. Thank you very much. Hello, free thinker. Thank you for joining. How are you? How is it going with you? What's up with you? Hi everyone, thank you for joining my live. Please don't forget to subscribe, don't forget to comment, don't forget to like. I'm close to 1,000 subscribers. Help me get there. Oh, nice. I've been hearing some nice things about your place. That's nice. Nice to meet you. Hi, free thinker. Hi, Owen. Hi, Coin. Sorry if I don't pronounce your username correctly. Forgive me. Hi, thank you for joining my live. If you have a question, you can drop it. If not, just don't forget to comment. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. Don't forget to share. So today today I wanted to share about something not so different. In the past how many days, each time I come on live and I want to talk about something, we just have like this very nice deviation to talk about something else that becomes very interesting. It usually comes from people's question. Somebody asks a question like my last live, somebody asked a question about you didn't miss anything. I just started the live. You didn't miss anything. Thank you for joining. You're welcome. Oh, I'm trying not to murder your name. I find it I find it I used to feel somehow to pronounce somebody's name wrongly. I don't want the person to feel bad that I pronounced their name um in a way that would not be nice to them. So forgive me in advance. Is this Zari Gamer? Are you a gamer? Do you play games? there's this lady I used to follow her YouTube. Even though I'm not very interested in gaming, I used to watch her YouTube because she's so interesting and she's very supportive. So and I was almost getting interested in gaming, but I think for my kind of person, I may not be able to do that. I think it takes a lot of focus, and it takes a lot of should I say intelligence to to play those games. You have to be very articulate, and I think you have to also be very patient to do all those games. And I don't think I'm that patient. So like I said earlier when my last live, I want to talk about something else. And then someone asked me about my place and about mangoes. And we ended up talking about my place a lot and about food, that the kind of food we have there. And it was a really interesting conversation, sincerely. And I'm hoping that this um oh, nothing to see. I remember your username. Nice to see you again. I remember you very much. I remember your name. Thank you. Yeah, I like it. Oh, it's really not a. I don't think I would have the patience to play it. I feel like it requires a lot of patience to do games, to do those kind of game. The few times I see people playing it, I'm like, what are they doing? How do they have to know what to do? I feel like it takes a lot of patience to do it. Thank you so much, Queen. Ene is a very nice name. I actually like it too. Thank you so much. It's my middle name, and I like it too. It's also like my pet name. There's a longer version of it. Any. That's like my pet name. Any instead of N. It's pronounced as Ene. 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 I like it too. Thank you so much. Yeah, you remembered, right? Yes. Sincerely, laboratory works need a lot of patience. I was saying the other day that my research is teaching me a lot of patience, and it's teaching me to be resilient. Do you know what it means? That you are doing the same thing, you fail at it, you try again. Okay, there's an experiment I'm doing for like the 10th, almost like the 10th time. I've not succeeded in it, and I'm still doing it. And I've not given up on it. And um one of the things that I found that it is with scientific research, it needs a lot of precision. Do you know that 0.00 something can ruin your entire experiment? 0.0 something. So you can't even rush to measure something. You have to be very precise. You cannot just rush and do something, because you can, like last week, I don't know what happened. I was doing so many experiments at the same time. Yeah, I was like trying to be patient at the same time. And then I was trying to do a lot of experiments at the same time, and then before you know, something happened. I missed the step, and then it ruined the entire experiment. And you know what? That experiment takes like 2 weeks to do. 2 weeks. So 2 weeks of work and effort wasted because of second to the last steps. And the annoying thing about the experiment is that it has a lot of steps. So many steps that it's very easy to forget. So many steps, so many. You just keep doing, you even have to do like till this thing, you keep it to the next day, continue, you keep it to the continue. So imagine after I've gone to close to, imagine something that has lasted for, something that's supposed to last for 14 days, and then day 14, you made the mistake where you are already run, where you are getting to the point of reading the results, and then you made the mistake. You made the mistake. I wanted to cry. I felt so terrible that day. because I know that's like one of the most tedious experiments that I do. I used to dread doing it because it takes a lot of time, patience. You are using so many reagents. That's even the most annoying part about that experiment. You are using a lot of reagents and then you have to keep making fresh reagents. They are not reagents that you make and keep, you store, because it will not be, you need fresh reagents every time. So imagine having to do calculations every time. And that's another thing. Back in school, we used to run away from doing mathematics. And then, and I liked maths, but I didn't know I was going to meet maths in research so much. Like you are calculating everything. They'll say 10, you need 10% of this, 3% of how many percentage of this, and you need 0.0 this thing you need to make. Eh? Ah! I'm like, are you kidding me? So every day I'm doing calculations, every single day, because if you miss 0.0, it will ruin your entire experiment. You will discover that 0.0 point something ruined my entire experiment because I skipped that step. So it's really teaching me how to stay focused, how to be commit, how to be patient. Yeah, but you're correct. Do you know that um this thing, I'm trying to read what you wrote. Exactly, I don't want to use my free time to be doing what I'm doing at lab. No, 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 no. These ones I'm talking about, right? They are not like analysis. Analysis, we use computers and softwares. Like if I'm measuring the absorbance of each of if the the plates I'm using for my experiment, I use softwares. If I want to analyze the PCR results, I use their softwares. But this one I'm talking about when you have to do like you have to make like measurements. Not I'm not talking of analysis or calculation of results. Those ones, they are softwares and things you use that calculate them normally. Now, if for instance I want to do an experiment and I need to use like liquids for it, like different reagents, they're already in a they're already like in a container, like maybe larger quantity, and then you need to make aliquots, like smaller quantity to use. So for each of them, even though like they put like, oh, you need 3% of this and 10% of this and 40% of this, you need to calculate that manually. But if it comes to analysis of results, like I was measuring the absorbance of all of the samples, the absorbance of the fluids in every distance, those ones there, we have microplate readers that read the results, and then we have Quantum Studio and some other software that we use for measuring and analysis of results. But when it comes, yes, exactly. So when it comes to substances, like you are using fluid, you want to know the specific volumes to use for different experiments, and like you are using very small amount, you are using smaller sample size, like you are using like 3, 4, 5, 6 sample size. You have to measure it manually. Of course, I know Osimhen is a footballer in my country, so it gets really, so you have to do it every single time. So imagine that's what I'm going through every day, like every single day. Every day I have to do calculations. I'm like, oh, imagine if someone does not know how to do maths at all, because it can be so complicated. They'll tell you need 6% of how many percent of this, of 0.5% this, and then you need to make a final volume of this, and then you need so it's really, and then you can just miss a little. Like I had to do a test run this week. I used the sample that I made a little mistakes, and I used it on the sample, and then guess what happened? Of course, there was no result for the one that I made a mistake. And it was fun. It was funny and annoying that something as negligible as 0.0 point something ruined the entire experiment. But thank God that I had like a backup that I just wanted to test to see that it's kind of like I had like I had predicted that it will happen, so I duplicated the samples. So even and I didn't use the same reagents for all of them, and that helped. So instead of me talking about something else, I'm ending up boring you people with my lab, with my lab issues. My YouTube is supposed to be for things outside, outside the laboratory. It's where I get to ease myself off those stressful moments. I mean, I came back not too long from the lab. Today was no, I don't go. The last time we did that it was even in the lab. It's like my whole life revolves around the lab. The last one we did was in the lab. It was organized in the lab. But do you know I'm in the choir, but I've not been going for rehearsals for a very long time. In short, they even think I'm. Yeah, I think it's me. It's not you. I think I lost my phone was heating up. Sorry, I'm here alone again. So my phone was heating up. Oh, nothing to see. You're not here anymore. So I'll probably wait if you show up. So my phone was actually heating up a lot. So I had to go for like a few minutes. So my phone just went blank. I don't think the connection is from you. It's actually from my side. Okay. My phone went off for a while. So like I was saying, I'm actually in the choir, but for a while I've not attended rehearsals for some time because of this research. I've been having to stay in the usually rehearsals on Fridays. It used to be on Saturdays and it was easier for me, but now they made it Fridays. And Fridays, because we are trying to conclude our experiment for the week, it's usually very tedious. Fridays are most busy for me. It's even today that I got off early from the lab. So, and because I said earlier that today I deliberately wanted to take a break today. I wanted to take a break today. So I didn't do much today. I just did a little and didn't spend so much time today. So, but but I've been telling myself that I need to resume I need to resume going to choir. I miss singing in the choir. I miss it so much. I love to sing. So I'm going to resume choir soon. I've told myself that from next week I'm going to be deliberate about creating time. If it means me going very early to the lab on Fridays and doing all of my experiments before evening, I'm going to do it. I'm going to make sure that I'm able to go for rehearsals. I've not gone for rehearsals for months. I don't think I've even joined them to sing the whole of this year. No, I go to church on Sunday, but I don't join them in the choir. I don't join them at all. I just go for service. I just I just go for service, but I don't join them in the choir at all. But I really want to start next week. Today I couldn't make after lab, but it's something that I've decided that I'm going to be very deliberate about it from next week. I'm going to just, even if they don't give me a role to play, they don't understand. Some people feel like you've backslided, or you are deciding not to you've probably backslided, or you are deciding not to show up, something like that. That's what people think. Nobody even wants to understand. They feel like you've backslided. People don't even care to understand like you've backslided or something. So I don't even care about that. I'm just going to resume. I know they may not even give me a space to sing for a while because when you live for long like that, they will want to see. Do you know when I left? Yes, it's non-denominational. So I hope that they accept me back. They would accept me, but they may not give me a role immediately. They will not allow me to sing. They'll probably place me on probation. Maybe to see if I will attend rehearsals for a while. But I don't even care if they give me a role. I just want to be able to participate. I just want to sing. I just want to be there in that atmosphere and learn and just learn. I feel like my voice is cracking. It's not it's not as it used to be. But still I know my God is in control. Like I don't think I can take very high notes anymore because it's been long I stressed this voice. I need to resume. I think I'm going to resume. I love singing, so I would resume. I'm even thinking of learning an instrument. I used to learn before, but I stopped for a while. I used to play a little of the keyboard, but I stopped for a while, and I think I've forgotten most of my. I learned how to play the drums, but I also forgot that. I'm beginning to lose my touch with music. I need to resume. So if you are just joining us, as usual, we're supposed to have a conversation on something, and then I'm deviating. I'm talking about my lab again. Here is somewhere I want to just ease off from the lab and not have to talk about the lab. And here I am talking about my the lab, and I'm trying to make sure that my life does not revolve around the lab. Like, sorry, like I have something else doing outside of the lab. Like I'm leaving. Thank you so much. Yeah, I'm actually assuming, but I hope it's not the worst. I hope I still I've been trying to I sing every day on my own. I listen to music like almost every day. So I try to sing along. So I think it's not that bad yet. I think it's not that bad. But I know I should be way better than I am right now if I'm consistent with rehearsals and then but then but the truth is that it's hard. You can't eat your cake and have it. You can't be doing so much and expect to balance. Like me doing a full-time PhD that takes my whole time and then I have other things that I do on the side and then I have a personal life and then and then there's church. But one thing that I've realized is that there won't always be time. You just need to create time. If you are waiting until you have all the time in the world, you would never do anything. Because sincerely, we will never have enough time. There would never be a time where you are free doing nothing. You will always be busy somehow. So you just need to find a way to create time. I mean, even YouTube, I've been running away from doing YouTube because I'm like, I don't think I have the time to do YouTube. Like I'm too busy. There's a lot. But I decided that in the midst of in the midst of being busy, you can create time if you want. I mean, you can create a little amount of time. It's just about being consistent. And I decided to be consistent with it. Like, just show up once in a while. I mean, just show up and just be consistent. Even if you're not showing up like for a very long time, showing up for 5 minutes, 10 minutes, but make it consistent. It's very good. It's going to be good. And I think that's what I'm doing currently. I'm showing up for my YouTube as often as I can, as consistent as I can. And I may not be able to give it much time like some people are doing, but I'm trying to make sure I'm consistent, even if it's not every day. I mean, even if it's every day, but even if it's not so much, like some people can come on live for like five. Somebody was telling me that he goes on live for 10 hours. I'm like, are you kidding me? I don't think I can even go on live for 1 hour. It's not possible. I don't think I have such time. Hey, thank you so much. Nothing to see. I don't know what this username you are using. Oh, Vicky, nice to see you here. Thank you so much. I've been thinking of reaching out to you even. I thought about you. It's been a while. Thank you so much for joining. You came. I wanted to say that you came almost late because I almost close to ending the live. Today again, you didn't miss so much. I was just yapping and gisting about my PhD and then missing choir rehearsals because of PhD life. So there've been nothing so much. Even though today I wanted to talk about staying focused, productive, and motivated because I feel like a lot of people struggle with this, but then, and I think that for a while now, this is one of the things that I've managed to achieve. So I've managed to achieve. I've managed to find a way to stay focused in the midst of chaos, in the midst of so much. I've managed to learn how to um, be productive and do as much as you can, be disciplined as much as you can in order to achieve the kind of results that you want. So I feel like I can share something on it, but it's good that sometimes, even though you plan for some things, you end up talking about something else, which is also good. I mean, today I've been, I think, even talking about the fact that I want to go back to choir. It's helping me to stay accountable because I've talked about it here. Even if I don't want to resume, I'll have to resume. It's like I've set myself up. I think I have roughly like a year plus, not so much again. I'm hoping, you know how PhD can be. PhD can be something else. You may have you may have like you may think that you have a short time to finish, and then there are a lot of things that are there. There are a lot of things that are not under your control. So, but I'm sincerely praying. I'm praying so much that I would not have any extra time. People do PhD for several years. I want to get done because this PhD has made me pause my life. Not really pause my life. It has made me to let go of a lot of things that I would have loved to do because it's so demanding. And the type I'm doing is so demanding. I see my mates doing PhD, they are going about their normal life. They don't even go anywhere every day. But here I am going to the lab every single day from morning till night, not because I want to, but because I have to in order for me to get results. You see, I'm not just going to the lab. I brought my laptop home because I'm still writing. You'll be working on different publications. I've even deliberately refused to open my professor's messages because I don't want to see his feedback to start working on the computer again because I want to take a break. So you see, it doesn't even end in the lab. You are done from the lab with the experiments. Now you come home, you still have to sit on the laptop to start reading articles upon articles. In short, my browser is going to heave a sigh of relief when I finally finish this PhD because it's so it's so full of research papers. I've read so many articles that it's almost like if I see the name of an author, I recognize I recognize when they authored an article and what they talked about. That's how much I've read articles that my head have become. So they are not my articles, but my head I've grabbed so many articles, reading them. I can almost mention a lot of people in different field in my field that have written research papers on the topic. So sometimes my eyes is just like, please help me. I think 2 days ago I sat on the computer for 5 or 6 hours without standing up. Like I didn't stand up, I didn't move, I didn't even take it. I didn't even go to ease myself, even take water. I was just seated there for hours because I wanted to finish working on a paper. When I stood up, it was like I was going to faint because my whole waist was aching, my body. And that's why I used to joke about it a lot. I used to tell my friends that when I eventually finish this PhD, everybody has to call me a doctor. Because how you must I've suffered so much. Even my children have to say Dr. Mommy. Because how can I go through so much and then you will not I'll have to wear that title on my shoulders with pride. People have to call me double doctor. I mean, I'm a vet doctor, so that's like two doctor. You have to say doctor. My husband will have to say doctor sweetheart, doctor darling. Nobody should call me by my name. I've been through a lot. I've been through so much. Thank you so much. But I'm hoping, I'm praying. I'm also asking for your prayers. Please, when you go home, just say, whisper Ernest's name. Her name is Esther, and just whisper her name and say, I'm praying for that girl I met on the live on live. Please, God, help her to scale through this PhD. Thank you so much. I'm working so hard that sometimes it's frustrating. You know, science is frustrating. You are making efforts and then there's no results. You know, that's how frustrating. Do you know how it means that I worked for 1 year, 2 years, there was no results? I mean, negative results. My supervisor was saying negative result is also a result. I mean, it shows that it also substantiates other people's work, that this thing does not exist and this thing is true. Even though you so sincerely, it's tough. And I used to say that, God forbid, even if I stop at this point, I've learned so much. I've learned practical experiences. I've learned work experience. I've had to learn to work with people from different cultures, race. I mean, not working with people that I'm from the same place with, having to work with people from different countries, and then having to deal with a lot of issues, working outside my comfort zone, learning a lot of laboratory practices and laboratory procedures. Now I've done something so much that they are now stuck in my head that I can remember everything step by step without even looking at the book. I didn't cram it. It's because I've been doing it. It has become a part of me. Now I've worked with so many cancer cells that I've worked with a number of cancer cells that if I see a cancer cell under the microscope, I can tell you what cell type it is just by looking at the microscope. You don't need to tell me that this is the cell. I just look at it, I'm like, this is the cells. That's how much I've worked with some cells that now I can recognize how they look, their morphology without stress. I mean, I've worked with a number of cells, so if you show me them, I know this is the cell. If it's not, I'll tell you this is not the cell. I mean, that's how much it has done to me. So that's how much I've learned. So you can see that as much as, even if and with even some of the things that I failed at, I've been able to learn what not to do to not get a particular result. Now, I tried one experiment so many times that it failed, and now I can boldly tell people that this is not how to do this. And if somebody is failing at it, I can tell the person that this is what you did wrong that is making it fail. So I'm able to learn 100 ways how not to do it, how not to get results. So it's been a very interesting learning process for me. So I think it's good. Anyway, thank you for joining. I find it interesting that this life has gone this long. I didn't know that I was still alive for this long, but I'm glad. At least it looks like I'm getting better. And sorry that I bore you people all with my PhD talk. Instead of talking about something else today, I'm talking about my PhD. I'm stressing you all out with my PhD talk. Instead of me to be talking about something interesting, something productive, I'm talking about my PhD. So I just pray and hope that the way I laughed and talked about the pain and stress I'm going through in my PhD, I will come on live one day to say, I got the PhD. I want to come on live and scream, my dear YouTube family, I got the PhD. I got it. I would be so happy and proud of myself. And I remember that I had people on live that were rooting for me. People were supporting me and saying, go, Ene, go get it. So thank you so much. And sincerely, this YouTube is one of my safe space of easing off the stress. I come on YouTube, and even if I'm stressed, I come on YouTube and I come to laugh a lot after a whole day of stress and going through a lot. When I come here, I come to like ease off that stress, come to laugh, come to play, and come to talk with people I don't even know who they are, but who are having very nice conversations with me. So it's good. Thank you so much for joining. So I look forward to seeing you again. I know that now almost everybody has gone. So it's also time for me to go. Thank you so much, Vicky, for coming. Thank you, Nothing to Say, for keeping this life very busy. Thank you very much. And I know for some of you, your day is just starting, so enjoy the rest of your day. Unlike some of us that we're about to go to bed. Thank you very much, and do have a lovely day. Thank you.